Yeah, buddy. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish. Is back at it again. Subscriber showcase. Y'all know what it is. This is my series dedicated to everybody that I find in the arena. Whether I find them or they find me, you contact me, and then we make ourselves a little video about your arena defense, showcasing your defense, the pros and cons, and see how we can improve it in the future. All right. So let's get right to it. We got ourselves Sil. Now Sil. Has been a long-standing follower of my channel, so thank you so much for your support. I've been sitting, I was cleaning out my phone, and to say, like, I knew that I recorded the video, like, back in early August, and I'm like, I couldn't find the video, and I ended up finding it, so now we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and do the showcase on it so I can get it out to you guys. So, Sil's team was at the time was Veramos, Chloe, Darrien, and Jubail. So we'll go ahead and start with Chloe right now. Swift set always the best choice. Speed with the hit point flat stat and the hit point on here. So obviously, as you guys can see, this is kind of a strong amount of speed here, which is why they go for it. You know, a lot of people might criticize that it should be percentage no matter what, but at the end of the day, speed is what matters on Chloe no matter what. So it's definitely beneficial that they can get it going here. Hopefully, we can get you a 5-star, 6-star room. Better get back to Giants and get that stuff done because that would definitely help you out. This one here, the only criticism that I would make on this one is because you're so stacked up for speed. While the speed is beneficial on the first attack, you want this unit to last, right? More than just the initial first attack. And so seeing that you're lacking on the ability to get hit point percentage here because you're focused on speed, try to make up for it on runes like this, and even I would even make a reason to take this one a +12. Most people wouldn't, but let's put it into perspective. While we have hit point percentage stats here and they can't be upgraded, the fact of the matter is that you know that this is going to be a long standing rune for you. It's going to be a while till you get this rune, and you can still get a little bit of a benefit, a defensive benefit by getting to +12. You might be able to get defensive percentage. You might be able to get resistance percentage. You don't know what you're going to get, but I would still take it at least +12 to see what kind of substat you get. Any additional defensive stat, resistance, defense here, percentages would obviously help. So take it while you can get it. Same thing with this one here. In addition to getting an additional stat, you got yourself, basically the hit point stat, right? You can, with her being only at 20k hit points, you could take this one from 1440, I think it's like to 2448 or something like that when it's maxed out. An extra 1,000 hit points. Again, it doesn't seem like much, but it all adds up at the end of the day, in addition to whatever substat you can get on that +12. So definitely try to get on that. Get on that +12 if you can, all right? We got ourselves Darrien. Darrien is running at 30k hit points, violent, endure. We got HP. We got HP flat, and we got ourselves HP percentage. So again, we're lacking on percentage rune here to take advantage, I guess, of the defense percentage as well as the speed. Now, I'm all for this if the additional speed that you get is what perfectly syncs your arena defense, right? I see you got 124 here. I see you got was that 122? 122, right? Okay, so it looks like your defense breakers are more or less going back to back. I mean, the speed, base speed is going to make a little change, but more or less is that's kind of how they are. So yeah, props to you for getting your damage dealers, your kill potentials, right in line, right in sync. Now keep in mind that while it is on a violence set, the ability to proc additional turn is going to get you great damage, but the ability to critically hit and do that extra damage that is definitely needed to cap out some of these units that are sitting with 15, 20, 25k plus, those damage dealers, or those Bellas. If you get an opportunity to hit Bella from Jubail, get a defense breaker and go for it, you're gonna want to make sure that damage is on point and it can't be done with just hit points low. You want to have a little bit of crit rate on here, in that 30 to 45% range, I would say, of crit rate. Just a little additional crit rate to kind of help out with the overall damage over time. So, take a look out for those, substats and try to get that, when you can. Obviously, when you get an opportunity to get the percentage of rooms, try to improve it. I always like my Vagabond units, right around that 35k HP before I include this one here. So that when I include her, the Veramos' leader skill plus the HP towers maxed out, you're sitting, real close to 40k overall, which is a really good spot to be at for your bruiser type units. So, definitely tune into that. Accuracy looks good. Overall, everything else looks good. So Jubail, looks like we're rocking double revenge. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see here. We got HP, and HP. So yeah, overall looking good. Yeah, Jubail's going to be a harder one to get, in that 35k range for stats because his base hit points is a little bit lower. But overall, not too bad. Accuracy is good. I don't really try to go too high on the accuracy. But we're making the only criticism that I can put here is that I see this. I think this is kind of going on for two of your units. So we'll go ahead and talk about them right away. I see this a lot, guys, and this is not just for sale. This is for a lot of people that ask me to take a look at their accounts. They're utilizing units in their arena defense, and they put them in just like this, and then they're like, I'm looking to improve when they may have an arena defense that actually should be doing well, and they're like, it's just not doing as good as my my guy's doing. What's the deal? And everyone will tell them runes, right? But it's like, oh no, you don't get it. I got double revenge or I got violent revenge, but you look at their violent revenge, violent nemesis, double revenge, whatever it is, and you see random runes that are sitting at +6, +9, and they're like, well, I know I gotta focus on my 2, 4, 6 because that's the most important thing. I'm like, you know what? You're right. That is the most important thing. But if you are trying to improve your arena defense and you're sitting here wondering why you're not being able to take advantage of everything you can, it's because you're losing out on some crucial substats that you can get, okay? So let's put it for example here. Right now, obviously, he has a speed things, but let's say you're looking at your arena defense and you know that you're trying to get yourself, 10 more speed or whatnot. There is definitely an opportunity for you to get that by getting fortunate enough to take this one up to +9 to +12 and get that speed subset, or this one to +12 as well and get that speed or defense percentage or whatever. There's so many, substats. I'm sorry, I said subsets, but substats is what I mean. On these runes are more important that people realize. Added up together, you can get yourself an certain amount of stats. If you get your runes, high quality runes and get them all rolled out and looking good. So I definitely recommend taking this up and just seeing if you're fortunate enough to get yourself speed or crit rate. I mean, this would be good for you, speed or crit rate here. You got the crit rate here, so hopefully you get speed here or defense percentage should be fine. There's nothing wrong with a little defense percentage or resistance. Always a good thing. So yeah. Moving on, we got violent nemesis here. Overall, good hit points here. Speed, relatively good. I see most people at your rank right now. I think you're rocking Conqueror 3. They're going to be pushing in that 180 to 200 speed Veramoses. So that's kind of a good number to shoot for, I think. But overall, not too bad. Again, as we stated before, make sure you upgrade this rune because there's so many valuable substats that you can get out of this. But other than that, I can see that you have focused on making sure you're getting the best quality runes for your Veramos, which is rightfully so, and it works out really good. Before we get into doing this team here, and again, guys, I've had a couple of people comment, why don't you record the, arena before, you actually do the video so you don't know what they got. And it's like, actually, I do that. I do the fight first, and then go back and do this part here to kind of look over the runes so I can analyze it after I see it or whatnot. So so the team with Chloe, Darrien, Jubail, Veramos, as far as what you got right now, that is fine. But again, until you can adjust your units here to have a little bit more crit rate, it's gonna be pretty hard to get it done. get the damage you need done. I noticed. I mean, I think I don't know if you have any more units in storage, but I did notice you had a pretty darn fast vertihill. I don't know if there's a way for you to maintain that amount of speed and maybe get yourself, a revenge set on this one to add a little bit more, speed boost on the offset, on the off turns. With him going attack, it's going to be kind of hard for you to utilize him in the arena because he's just so squishy. But if you take a look at some of the top players in the game, there are a good handful of people that utilize a violent revenge or a double revenge, like a nemesis, something like that, with speed, crit rate, a hit point, kind of set up in the arena. Again, it's kind of one of those things where if you can get your team synergized, it could be pretty unique. It could be pretty awesome, but you have to have those runes. So I don't know where your runes are at. Take a look at your runes and see if you can make it work. Other than that, I probably would use what you got because everything else, I think is kind of subpar. You got your best stuff on those best units here, and so I just use that for now until you get better units. But other than that, that should be it. We'll go ahead and call it right there, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. It's your boy Childish or ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we'll see you in this next arena clip.